Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of Hades. Now, if you haven't watched this game in the past on this channel, I do want to say something real quick. Go for check out the other episodes because I've actually played a hell of a lot of this game. But today what I wanted to go ahead and do is, last time we played this, I didn't actually beat the final boss. I really wanted to do so on recording before the next update because I figured that'd be kind of fun anyway. So today we're going to pop into this. I'm going to use a build I'm quite happy with and just kind of chill a little bit today because it's been a very overwhelming week for me personally. So being able to relax a little bit. Tomorrow I start out with a new program, so I wanted to just I want to get in the habit of playing more of these kinds of games and just kind of relaxing a little bit more, but I haven't found the time just yet. So I'm using the shield. I actually want to use Artemis, and I want to use a bull charge run. That sounds quite nice.
Why are some chambers in my house off limits? Someone deserving access would not ask. You can't always go where you please.
Yeah, that real. Also known as DLC. Or early access, but sure. And here we go. You can attack while you're in flight, special does more damage, and bull charge charges faster, but does not knock foes away. Well, we're not going to charge, or we're going to charge fast, but we won't charge effectively. Works out. But yeah, so I just wanted to relax a little bit today. I did try and record this at one point earlier today, but unfortunately the run that I did, I got some pretty bad RNG on, so that's quite unfortunate. We'll hope for the better part of that today. Because if I am going to end up recording this game, I want to make sure I actually finish it. And there's no better way of doing that than just kind of pushing and doing our best. But it should be fun. Should be a good day today. Truthfully, it's been very overwhelming this last entire week. Between the start of a new program, between like kind of dealing with some extra college stuff that was on the side, personal life stuff, it's been very overwhelming. So I think it's nice to be able to relax the game like this you genuinely enjoy.
I tell you may your aim be true, but I can guarantee it actually.
Thank you, Artemis. I appreciate that. I'm actually going to take your cast because I really want to get the purple version of your crits. But thank you. I'm going to go this way as well. I want to get some extra attack damage. Fun fact, the last run I did was a chaos based run, and yet I only got him once. This time without actually using chaos as our main thing. He's right here. Of course that's how it ends up working out, right? Dash attack does extra damage, doesn't seem too bad actually. I'm kind of down for it. Wait, so what was the disadvantage? I didn't... Toss an Inferno Bomb. That's fine. Like, that's actually genuinely fine. There we go. Luckily, the Bull Rush is also a block, so I can kind of be careful with it. Now, this also means we can't get Attack Poseidon, because apparently... So because the Bull Rush says, hey, when you you can't knock foes back with this Bull Charge, it means even when you have a mechanic based on knocking back, you can't use it. I found that out recently. It's kind of weird. There's honestly a lot of very strange decisions inside this game in terms of development and stuff. Like, you can equip keepsakes of which you charge up via earning different parts of its actual kit. So, like, if you take no damage, you can get extra damage if you use the Pierced Butterfly, for example. Or when you have... when Rubble falls on enemies, it does extra damage, but only while you have it equipped. Or Lambent Plume is like, whenever you beat a level fast enough, then you get to get extra dodge rate. But those are useless when you unequip it, so anything you've earned kind of goes away. The issue with that is, it makes it so not worth it. Here we go. How you doing, buddy? God. But yeah, so a lot of like this recent little bit of time, there's been a lot of weird change going on. Been talking to some people I used to talk to, been kind of trying to figure stuff out. Dealing with the new program, which starts properly tomorrow, which is probably when you're seeing this video. And just a lot of stuff everywhere, of which really stresses me out a lot. So it's good to be able to kind of sit down with stuff like this and kind of relax. Just a smidge, you know, just to have a good time with it. I really want to get to this more often. The issue is whenever I say that, things come up. And it's really, really stressful for me. So there's so many things that I want to do, and there's so many things I want to complete. Like I still have, I think I have 12 hours now of Devil May Cry 5 currently recorded and good to go, and ready to just go up. I just need to edit through it. I finished one episode, but I didn't want to upload any of it without having next one ready, because I know I'm gonna struggle with actually trying to get stuff up effectively. Attack inflicts doom is kind of nice though. I'm kind of down for that though. Extra damage after killing an enemy is kind of nice, but the doom though. The doom though. We're gonna try this out. I really don't want Poseidon. Please. Ugh. I guess we're doing a Zeus. I don't really know how well that'll go for me, honestly. You know what? This special thing, it'll work out. I can believe in this. We have Deflect on our special. We have Doom on our normals. And we can do some pretty good work with this.
Good nephew, I return once more to lend to you my power. I'd like to see your discontented father try and stop you now.
Can I have something cool? Call makes it shock nearby. I'm down.
I feel all tingly.
Honestly, this build is kind of weird. There's not really a defining aspect to it just yet. Like, I have Doom at a pretty high grade, but I also have Special on Deflection. And my Call is Zeus. I have a lot of friends, but not a heck of a lot of focus. Honestly, it might be better that way on it. Like, a lot of the time, I try out builds that focus on one thing. RNG just doesn't bless me with anything. I'm down to just kind of see what comes up as it goes. I think that might be better than trying to focus on a particular build and stuff. The actual Doom damage is doing so well, though. Also, what is this RNG? I don't want either of these. Both are useless items to me. I guess I'll take Darkness because I can eventually get something else with that. But I have like 60 keys. Please, game. We'll do that, do that, do that, and good. Now you can see though, it does a pretty good job so far with the actual Bull Rush being crowd control. Because it hits everybody. Goes all the way through. And charges pretty fast as well. Even my normals do it though, so I can easily just hit and then run. That's just an instant kill. Good shit. Extra money? I would be super down for extra money.
That is private property.
Hell yeah, it is. And it's my private property. Oh my god, you could see me shaking my leg on the actual stick. God damn it. Whenever I play games like this, I'm always like antsy and shaking my leg and stuff like that. Just how it goes.
Enough, I've better things to do.
Excellent.
Big anxious man sits down to play video game and leg never stop. Like when I go like this and like hold down this button, you can see me shaking my leg. That's off of me just doing that. I'm not even doing anything. Kind of hilarious. All right. Well, we're already to the boss. I'll just take some extra damage on my attack for now.
Electo?
Electo? Tisiphone. Ugh. Murderer! Hell yeah. That's me! Your boy and hero, the murderer. Man, I've been thinking about a lot of stuff that I wanted to do today. Like a lot of this week, because I've been so swamped, I've been doing like journaling and trying to talk about like what I want to end up doing. I want to get back to Kingdom Hearts 2 at some point soon as well. Like Hades is one of those ones that was high up there for me. But like Hades, Kingdom Hearts 2. I want to go and play Tales of Vesperia because I have yet to actually beat that. I played... I I think about 6 hours of it. So I'd love to try and like go from the beginning and just kind of get through it. I might try and do a stream, but we'll see. The issue is that's very slow. Tales of games are a very slow burn, unfortunately. But I'm still kind of down for it. Like, I've played every Tales game aside from that one. Kingdom Hearts 2 was a huge one for me as well, because I wanted to do the modded playthrough I used to do. What else did I have that I wanted to get done? There's like a whole list of them inside my binder inside, or like notebook inside my bag.
Seems the Fury failed to do her job.
Yeah, she did. It's okay. She's the worst one, so... I actually only got one Artemis throughout the entirety of that. I'm kind of down for some bonus Ares.
See you, Tartarus.
I see you. Onwards and upwards. Asphodel sucks. I hate Asphodel. Asphodel's the worst part of any playthrough. 100% guaranteed. The issue is the lava's annoying, and like the final boss isn't fun. I know it's a matter of opinion, and obviously many people feel differently than I do. I just find the Hydra to be the hump of a build, because either you don't have enough damage, or like not enough crowd control to actually take down the rest of the heads or anything, or just like, I don't know. It never seems to click for me personally. This build seems like it's doing pretty well though. What do we got?
Here comes a little boost to get you up and out of there in no time, boss. I'm out.
Specials faster, dash, gain movement speed. I want special.
You honor me.
Goes pretty far. A special can deflect. I'm actually super down to sell that, honestly. You know what? Fuck Zeus.
That's one less.
Fuck Zeus. That dude's awful. I want someone else. I want someone cool. Let's see what we got.
Onward.
I'm down to sell all of my build aside from my actual attacks. It's just not working for me. I'm down for special speed though. If I can get something cool like Dionysus on it, that'd be fun. Because then I'd have passive damage on both my special and my normals. There we go. Also just don't like the Zeus call. Like, it's cool when it does a bunch of damage, but like... having Zeus on a build makes him pop up more often, which is instantly a call for non-success. On a shield run, you really don't want him. I'm gonna take some more damage with my curse, though. Ooh, big money, boys. Big money, boys. What do we got? Come on, 2 boons.
It's Charon.
0 boons. Cool. Yeah, I love that. That's fun. I'm down for an extra Ares, though. I think that his legendary is based on Blade Rifts. I haven't actually ever gotten it, so I don't think we'll be able to get it in this playthrough, unfortunately. Unless we get Blade Rifts off of this, but we'll see. Why? Alright, boyo. Come on down. Wah! It didn't even light up! It's supposed to light up like a different color and then come down. God damn it.
Do you suppose the dead feel pain unlike the living? This is for me an endless fascination. So go on and give me more to think about.
Feel pain unlike the living. How would that make sense? I mean, sure, I guess. Attack does more damage, dash deal or creates a blade rift, or special inflicts doom. I'm kind of down for a blade rift. Attack is cool, but it wouldn't affect my actual curse. Curse is like the thing I need most. If I can get like the double stacking thing with Ares, that'd be nice. There we go. Actually hits pretty far back. My normals are pretty effective. Damn it, I wanted to curve over to where the boy is. Didn't realize he was that far away, though. Alright, going in! That definitely does a pretty good job of taking down waves when they first spawn. Especially when it's just the small guys. Hey, boyo. The knockback is pretty crazy on that, considering. Nothing over this way, nothing that way. A heck of a lot of luck here. Guess I'll just go for more Ares. This should be Murder Boat. Murder Boat! Hey. Let's go. I like this build. It's actually doing a pretty good job. It's very simple, but simple is sometimes the best. Just keep on palming of power on my Doom. What's up, boyos? But yeah, if I wanted to get back to the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough and I wanted to actually get that done, I'd need to play through like the first section of the game. Might be fun to try and do for a stream thing soon. Because like, there are so many ideas I had for that and things I wanted to do. I've never actually finished critical mode on a Kingdom Hearts game either. So being able to do that in like the modded version with some extra difficulties tossed in and some extra features, that'd be super, super fun. Just a matter of actually finding the time for it and actually being able to kind of get through the game up to the point that I was. Because I was like 10 hours in. I was at Olympus second run. So it'd be a minute. There's just so many things I want to do right now and just really not enough time to do so. Especially when I'm going into a program starting out tomorrow and going for 2 weeks at least. With a job afterwards as well. Just not very comfy. Azazel. I'm gonna, you know what? We're just gonna pump the curse. We're gonna believe in doing the most damage with one attack.
Big one, huh?
Still an extra 10 damage, so it does a pretty good job every time. We've been able to do 40 damage with our cast, but like, fuck it. Because this does more. There we go! Speed! Speedweed! That's the power. I actually don't remember where Speedweed was from. I just remember that being like a reference I used to make. That was like a thing, I believe, though. I think that was a reference to like some older series. You know, as time has went on, I've realized that I'm really interested in people that are weird in general. So I follow this cosplayer. She's a Japanese cosplayer, and she goes to a lot of events, you know, you get to see a lot of weird stuff. But she primarily cosplays, you know, the Looney Tune with like, I don't remember what his name was. It's redhead, it's a chicken, and he's blue. I don't remember what his actual name is, but he inside Stranger Things season 3, Arvo won him at Arvo. Arvo's the name from Walking Dead. God damn it. Alexi won him from the carnival game. That's how I can explain it. But this person, they only ever wear that to conventions. And their other passions include hosting a summer scare thing at an actual carnival. So, it's very interesting. I'm just thinking about that right now. Like, the idea... So they dress up as a clown a lot these days, right? These days, most of their posts are about them being a clown at this, like, Halloween haunt type of thing. And I find it so interesting, because I don't really ever hear about... Like, haunted houses over in Japan especially is, like, this thing I never actually think about. Like, usually I think of it as, like, oh, it's the anime cultural festival, but it would make sense that they have actual... So, here in Canada, we have a thing called Halloween Haunt. It's at Canada's Wonderland. It's here just outside of Toronto. And they have it where it's an extra bit of money, but the entirety of, like, this amusement park becomes basically a giant haunted area. And you have to consent to being able to be touched. You have to consent to them, like, running around and grabbing you and stuff like that. It's a very, very interesting and kind of uncomfortable. But I never thought of anything like that over in Japan. Because when I think of it, I think of, like, zombies aren't a really popular concept in my mind, at least over there. Like, we have I Am Hero, but there's very few series that touch on it, because I don't think it's very popular. I think it's mostly like an American comics type of thing, as well as like George Romero is the one that created like the modern zombie. So it's cool to me. It's cool to see kind of what pieces of culture you would never actually be able to look up for yourself inside places like this, you know? I'm gonna take that Chaos Gate, actually. Thank you. I kind of want to keep Ares, honestly. Oh, something in my throat as well. I need water. God damn it. But yeah, I'd be curious about stuff like that, even in other places, though. Like, does Egypt have a Five Guys? That's a question I would ask. It's just, I'm very curious about other cultures and what parts we share with other places, you know? Canada is a very diverse place to the point where there's a lot of just people from all different places. I kind of want to get the attack one. Because otherwise I can get the cast, but it's not as important. Attack doing more damage would be nice. I use that mostly, so I want to find out what we share with other places and kind of what we've gotten from other places. Because God knows, I'm sure a majority of Canadian customs at this point, because we're such an immigration-heavy country, I can only imagine that a lot of the stuff that we have here are usually taken from other cultures and like kind of made into its own thing over here. Hell, we have basically the entire city of Toronto is divided into several different places. So there's like Greek Town, there's Chinatown, there's Little Italy, there's like, we have everything versus, as far as I know, a lot of other places only have like one or two of those small segments. It's interesting to me. I honestly really enjoy it because I really love learning about other cultures. So personally, I haven't been someone that's traveled a lot. I've mostly traveled within the actual country, and like I've been to Florida once, but like, yeah, no, I have not been a heck of a lot of places. But I'm always genuinely interested in finding out about these customs and kind of what different places have as their own things. Hermes for no boss, or boss for Ares. Ares honestly probably does a better job for me. I don't mind fighting a boss. Hopefully it's not the butterfly guy though. It's the fucking butterfly guy. God damn it. There we go. So I'm just gonna try and take care of this as we kind of work on things. One good one good curse while they're below armor should be fine. Below armor. You know what I mean? If I get their armor off, I should be able to kill them within one special. Within one doom. So as long as I get them below into the red, I'm fine. Just go ahead and take care of this. Micromanaging. Gotta love it. It's my big favorite in games like this. There we go. Thank you. Not bad, though. This build is so simple. Doom effects do more damage if they're applied multiple times. Bonus damage per stack. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll also take some more Ares. Apparently I'm in love with him today. Apparently we're having a like whole old party with him. I did exchange my other boons for him, so I guess it's given me some affiliation with this buddy old pal. Get out of that area, please. That's my kill. Alright, Thanatos, you got one. Hope you're proud of it. It'll be the last one you get. See, because I also have a Doom, but my Doom is pretty scary. Yours takes a little while to proc, mine just pops. Damn it. Don't take too much damage now. Don't get greedy. I'm actually safe to just go ahead and like block for most things. There we go. A lot of enemies in this one though. This is like, what, the third wave? I've seen worse, but like, I don't want to. That's my main issue. Fanny pack is definitely not very kind. Alright, I'll take this guy down. Don't even worry about it. There you go. Get that Ares. 28 to 6 though. Blade Rift deals extra damage for every consecutive hit. I see. I am. Doom effects deal more damage after 0.5 seconds bonus Doom damage. Honestly, I'm using Doom more than I'm using my Blade Rift, but also Legendary. Legendary's worth more, honestly. I can find more Ares boons to make this more worth it. I'm kind of down to get a Hermes though. Yeah, see, that's a tactic I like a lot. Just fucking corner bang him. Works out. So how much damage does my normal do to them? How much does it actually chunk out on their health bars? I haven't really been paying much attention to how much each hit does. It does like most of one. So it takes like 3 to kill them. That ain't too bad. Oh, I need water. Fuck. Should've gotten water before I started this. I usually do. Hey, Hermes. Attack is faster. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Give me 1 second. Okay, I now have ice water with 3, count them, fucking 1, 2, 3 ice, you can't see it, but 1, 2, 3 ice cubes. It's hype. And here we go. So attack faster, I imagine just means like I travel faster whenever I do this. So I'll take that. I'm just gonna go toward the hammer and see what I can end up getting done here. We should be good. Apparently I also just got an SSR drop over Knots No Taizai, so I'll take that. God, I've been trying to grind up a lot over on that game. I pretty much always run stuff on auto while I'm doing this. It's like, even when I'm doing this Chillening things, I can still auto games in the background. But it takes a lot out of me, if I'm being honest. Having a game always open and always multitasking doesn't really give you a heck of a lot of chance to kind of relax with things. That's a pretty big issue I find with this. I always feel like there's other stuff I can do while I'm doing something. Like, I remember I mentioned this to someone in person before. It was to a friend streamer that I talked to. Attack while your special is in flight. I would love that. Basically, we're talking about, like, the idea that streaming is basically a straight time skip between what you are currently doing and what you were about to do. Also, I'm gonna alter this one. And basically, if you need to go out somewhere, for example, and you need to go and do just whatever thing it's gonna be, basically a stream will make it so that you jump between what you're currently doing and then. So it'll be like a 3-hour skip forward. The difficulty with that is you feel like you lose a lot of time when you're doing it. And to someone such as me, of which struggles a lot with the idea of a fear of missing out, and struggles a lot with the idea of like socializing being what makes me fulfilled, it makes me feel like I'm losing something. It makes me feel like I'm just like chunking out my time to relax a little bit. And it's weird. Because it's this difficult balance between what I love to do, relaxation and how I kind of view that, and then also how I genuinely love it. And I still want to do it, but it feels like I'm always doing work regardless. And if I want to relax, I typically just kind of have time to myself and don't want to stress about stuff too much. The issue is there's a lot of anxiety, even in doing a stream, for example, no matter how much I love it. So it's hard. It's hard to balance this kind of life, especially... I think it's especially rough for me right now because of how I kind of view connections and how I view what I personally want to do right now. Because a lot of what I'm trying to get done is find a good set of like socializing circles and kind of have a good time with it. kind of get comfy with that, as well as doing what I love and what I enjoy. Because a lot of what I'm doing right now is just kind of seeking people and seeking, finding out different personalities and just kind of learning about different people I don't know yet.
That was my friend.
The champion, that was my friend. That was a dark finale. And it made it with no death defiances used, though. Thank you for that.
Go on and try.
I will do my best. So we're actually all the way up to Styx now.
Just what I
Yeah,
need.
that's just one of the many things I think about on, like, the day-to-day, you know? I think a lot about, like, what this kind of lifestyle does to you. Because right now, in what I do, it feels very overwhelming in all different ways. Whether it be getting home and feeling like I'm not productive enough because I'm home and I'm not working on something, but I'm just too tired to do so. Or it's like I'm out with friends, but I feel like I should have done one more video for the day. Or I get this idea that I want to do and write it down into my journal, for example.
Let's see.
Or I'm just going about, like, what I'm doing, and I'm afraid to talk about, like, this hobby, because... So, a huge part of when you do YouTube, people become very curious about it whenever you mention that you do it. And people become very intent on learning about what you're up to. Just because that's... people are curious. It's very common. I'm kind of down to replace my cast, but at the same time... I kind of want to sell my legendary. I'm going to sell the legendary. I want that money. Thank you. Because I can get some other stuff with this. We'll be fine. I don't think my legendary is doing too well for me. The dash just really isn't all there for what I need. But it comes in... I'm someone that agonizes quite a bit over, like, daily interactions and feeling like I'm missing out on different stuff.
Not yet.
So no matter what I do, I never feel like I'm quite fulfilled with that thing because there's always more to do. I think it's a pretty big aspect of ADHD as well. Being unable to focus on one thing and always having the next thing in your thoughts. So it's a very difficult thing to kind of balance, and I'm slowly trying to get better at balancing it and not worry about things while I'm out with people. And, like, if I miss a day, I'm not stressing about it all that much anymore. Just because it's so much healthier for your mental state. It's also weird because a lot of what you do when you are working inside this scenario is you're talking to yourself, and your own ego and your own sense of self is a big part of your videos you create. So if you're having an off day and you're not really feeling like you want to do it, it shows very, very clearly. And obviously, if it shows, you'll think about that, and you'll think like, oh, I should have done that better, or I see it in post whenever I'm editing, and I'm like, oh, I could have made that joke better, or I completely forgot that detail of this, and I have to edit it in now to correct it. And it's the difficulty of also man with anxiety being able to view himself in post for 30 minutes plus a day, you know? All your insecurities are blown up to the umpteenth degree when you're able to see yourself on, like, I don't want to say a stage, but see yourself on a screen so often. Oh my fucking god, seriously. Legendary. I'm gonna take the Doom effects deal more damage, because I am super down.
Coming back.
It's gonna be pretty good for me. And I am gonna go ahead and pop over here. Well, huh. What do I currently need? Honestly, the hammer's probably my best bet. Bull Rush does extra damage to foes with armor. Isn't really that helpful. If I do this, I'll change up my build and make it so I can also do my dash attacks. Oh. Yeah, okay.
Here goes.
I'm happy with that. Yeah, alright. We're good to go. This build's shaping up to be pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's a weird life you lead when you end up doing YouTube stuff. And because you talk to yourself and because you're able to kind of work through things on your own, it also kind of changes up how you view yourself and what you do. It's just a natural part of doing this kind of stuff, and it's not really... It's not a negative or a positive for any particular person. It just depends on who you are and how you how you understand the world around you and kind of what you're looking at. That makes sense. Because you get to view yourself on like a screen so often, and because you get to be your own critic so often, you end up agonizing about a lot of different stuff that typical people wouldn't realize. Like, you realize, oh, man, I blink a lot. And typically a person that wouldn't see themselves on a screen every day wouldn't notice that. Just like a small example, not really one of those big ones. But just those small things, you know. All those small things, yada yada. And so on into the song. I think there's a lot of things about doing this kind of work as well that really isn't seen from outside of it, that brings about stress that you just wouldn't even realize. Like business emails. Having to fucking write a business email. Like, I've been in talks with someone recently to get some stuff done. And every email I send, my heart fucking palpitates because I'm like, oh, is this okay? Am I doing all right? I don't know, but I guess I'll do my best. People typically, like, hire a manager to try and fix that. God knows I ain't hiring a fucking manager, man. I am a poor college student, of which does not have a clear source of whatever he's doing. Wait, what is... So special does crit damage, or collectible cast does... strikes nearby foes with lightning. So...
Thank you, goddess.
So these now shock after hitting the ground. Interesting. We'll see it later, I guess. I have never seen that duo boon. Fascinating. We'll try and save up for some other stuff here. Guess I'm gonna head toward the Palm of Power, though. Honestly, just hit and run works pretty well, but just destroying the enemy as they're in front of me works really, really well as well. Like, just doing this in a corner, for example. I end up taking a lot of damage off of it, but it's worth it. Doom effects do extra damage when applied multiple times, or get rid of my cast. I'm fine with this. I haven't actually been able to strike them with my actual cast just yet, because it takes so long. My build is too fast. There we go. Hell yeah. I can make it wider. I'm going to improve my cast right now. If I don't have an increase to my actual curse stuff. How much money do I have? I need 400, so we'll keep on moving. Definitely want to get at least the Hermes before we get out of here. Wah. Fuck these satyr guys. Hate to say it, but a lot of the time, I can't see what's going on to be able to actually comprehend. Like those satyr guys stuff. There we go. We're getting in the flow. YouTube's a weird beast, honestly. And the more that I do YouTube, the less that I actually want to do YouTube. Because slowly but surely, a lot of the platform has been breaking more and more recently, to the point where, like, the entirety of yesterday until, like, I want to say 3 or 4 p.m., the upload page just wasn't working for me whatsoever, to the point where I couldn't actually access it, everything was glitched, and just didn't work out. And that's just an unfortunate hazard of the job, because the platform is literally running on fumes and non-comprehension to try and run what it's doing. After they remove Google, or they're trying to remove Google Plus right now, right? But after they've been trying to do so, and after they've been trying to change stuff up, they're removing messaging off of YouTube entirely because of Google Plus. They're like changing up a bunch of how things are working. YouTube Studio is now a forced part of the actual platform, which is awful. YouTube Studio is like their new upload page and their new upload like system. It sucks. It sucks a lot. And when you're stuck on a platform like this because every other competitor, such as like, so a competitor called Vanillo opened up recently for YouTube. And that was like their big pitch of fight against the big man. Use Vanillo and change platforms and be able to host your things very freely. With not much competition and just start things out. It'll be fun. Vanillo died embarrassingly a couple months ago because it couldn't compete. It couldn't make the money it needed to. It couldn't do anything. So in order to get another platform similar to YouTube, we need to get another company like Instagram or Facebook to do it, which isn't viable. Also, your dash makes nearby foes 50% slower for 1 second. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I'm gonna take that. I kind of want to get the Athena boon. Here. We're gonna go get some extra health here. I'm down for it. He hates it. He hates it. Twitch is a better platform for being able to host your content these days. The issue is that Twitch is completely unedited, and I really enjoy the process of editing a lot, despite everything and despite my different anxieties about doing it. I still think that I love editing and the process of doing so. So Twitch, it also rewards consecutive and often, of which I'm very poor at, considering my current lifestyle. Because Twitch expects you to build an audience by streaming every day or more, and will promote streamers of which do so. People call it like the Twitch grind, and they hype it up a lot. And it works for some people, but for me right now, and what I'm doing, it's definitely possible for me to try and get in the habit of doing it every single day, but I think that it would take a lot out of me. I'm not the kind of person that's able to kind of consistently be on, and I need these breaks after my work and after like my programs to be able to have time to unwind. I think if I could find that sweet spot where I'm able to unwind and chill and still be able to stream, that'd be nice. There's not really an easy way of doing that right now. I'm gonna take this, do some extra damage here. So we have 4 Death Defiances, we have half health, and we're about to go fight Hades. This is shaping up to be one of my safest builds for beating him, so we should be good to go for right now. Honestly, with my like blocking and everything, he should be fine. Hey there, Dad.
Father.
Come all this way again to fall to me. Would that you paid me such respects back at the house.
Hey. I like your shoes. They're kind of weird. It's like your feet are glowing. Ow. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. And there goes that one. All it takes is one good attack with that, actually. Kind of a fan. I can block it! Hell yeah! Was that in a wall? I think that was in a wall, so that cast I actually can't do anything against. If I block the cast, it also gets rid of them. The shield is so fucking good, man! This weapon is crazy. I don't like to use it very often because of how crazy it is. Like, it's one of the ones I have the most wins with because whenever I use it, it's guaranteed to try and get through. It's just so effective. There we go. My call's also almost ready, so, that'll be a pretty big problem for you, won't it? Because once I use that, and you're not impervious, you're basically dead for the first phase. Watch. Come here. Come here. Come here. Coward. He literally disappeared for all of it. That's so bullshit. There's also this impervious phase. I honestly think that this game has a lot of problems with that. And I play this game a lot, and I really, really enjoy it and what it does. But the flaws that it has, such as, like, the bosses becoming impervious because they can't design a boss that dies too quickly, which, by the way, awful, awful mechanic. Super dumb. Impervious shouldn't be a thing for the boss you're fighting. If you're able to do the work in a roguelike, let them do the work. Why stop the person from being able to do the DPS because you want it to be faster? Or you want it to be less fast? In a game like this, the entire point of it is synergy. And if you get a good synergy and you can beat the boss fast, let you. Also why, like, the Furies are a pretty big problem right now. Because the way they're designed, they're made to always be impervious because you do damage them so fast when you get the right build. There's also, like, I have so much darkness and I have so much keys and ambrosia, but there's no actual purpose for using them. They said they're going to add it in the new update, but at the same time, that's still coming, and I currently have 64 and 62. So yeah, you're going down. There you go, Dad. Good job. I got, like, my entire call back as well. He also does so much more damage now. Last time I fought him, he did a hell of a lot less, and I got pretty close to actually beating him. Now he does 50 damage per hit, and it's honestly pretty crazy. I think he's about to do his laser bullshit, so... Or not. That's chill. If so, I'm down just standing right in front of you. Like this. Hold my shield up, let you get shocked by every one of these greater calls, and care not about the tomorrow that you doth hold in your hands. There you go. Alright, I'm down 2 Death Defiances, but he's already pretty close to death. Oh yeah, he hates the blocking. The blocking does so well against him. And look at that. Look at that. What a fucking weapon. The shield is straight up just the best thing against him. It's legit crazy. I like to use the other ones because it feels more fun to me. But I guess I'm trying to guarantee I get a win. I shouldn't be using the sword like I did last run. Just gotta use the actual shield.
How is this possible? That this
GG.
well,
Hades vanquished.
I did.
And there you go. Definitely done this pretty fast in comparison to what I did this time. But I'm happy with it. I actually got pretty crazy along with, like, our dash getting bonus and, like, the extra damage on the Doom itself. I'm happy with that. But this game definitely has a lot they're still trying to add to it and improve on. I'm hoping they get rid of Impervious entirely, but it's going to be curious. But right now, the entire goal of the game is to try and escape into the actual overworld. And supposedly, Zagreus' mother is Persephone. We got that last time and confirmed. But if Persephone isn't in the underworld, the overworld should be in spring, because when she's up here, the myth says that it becomes spring. The fact that it's winter right now means that something's happening. Either she's missing and she's not actually up here where Zagreus is trying to climb to, or she's still in the underworld somewhere. And no matter what circumstance it ends up being, this is dark. The fact this is winter is a really, really bad sign. Because it should be spring and summer if she's above ground. So, a lot of curious things happening inside this game.
The often patient Zagreus appears to take repeated deaths in stride, and so here comes another one for him.
Yep. There you go. So we still have some more updates coming to the game, and probably, I imagine, another area or something like that when the next update comes out.
I think that's about as far as I can get for now.
It just makes sense to me. But that has been Hades for right now. The next update will be coming out sometime soon, so I'm going to try and play some more and just kind of chill a little bit. But that has been the completion of the game and what they ended up doing. I personally love it. I love chilling with it. And through playing this, I've realized there's a lot of things I want to try and get done. A lot of stuff I'm trying to kind of plan around, so we'll get there. But for the moment, I'm going to quit out. Next update is in 31 days, meaning it's been exactly a month since the last one. So I guess I will see you guys toward the... I guess it's October the 10th or so. So I'll see you guys around that point to do another episode of this and have a good time with that. But for right now, thank you for watching this episode of Hades. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now, everybody.